Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3. And today I'm going to be giving you part 11 of What If Naruto Was a Perfect Experiment. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was a Badass Leader over on Anime King and enjoy that guys. And over on Anime King 2 I post a brand new episode of What If Mikoto Fell in Love with Naruto. So go ahead and enjoy that guys. And also, on this channel I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Exiled from the Sasuke clan, so go ahead and check out that and enjoy. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, yes, I indeed have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, and Making 3, which I post 45 every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family, and thank you for all of your help and support. And yeah, without further ado, we'll just begin this new episode. Start the intro. So, the last time we left off, Naruto stopped himself from killing Kabuto, as he saw everyone's eyes on him. As he smiled towards Samui, who was standing there, he told Kakashi that Kabuto was angry because his girl had flirted with him. Kakashi seemed to accept that, after all, knowing who Naruto was and what he always did, his act was bound to catch up to him. So with that out of the way, as they stepped back in the room, before anything else could escalate, Ibiki and his group arrive. As he looked towards the wall as he saw Naruto standing there, Naruto teased the man as he called him Scarface. It turns out that Uncle had brought Naruto to a game of poker, and Ibiki couldn't believe that he was cleaned out by a child, so he started complaining about Naruto cheating, but he could not find any evidence. So with that, the exam began, as Naruto was able to switch his paper one of the examinees, and that was the Chunin of the test. Ibiki brought the Genjutsu on him too late, as he then told him the rule of the last question. After making it through, as he explained the real reason behind the test, with that out of the way, Anko arrived as she saw Naruto. As they spoke before making their way towards the forest of death. Arriving there, Naruto sensed something off. As he looked around, his eyes caught sight of the only grass team here, but a girl on it with a straw hat, as she gave him a smirk. As Naruto face returned back to normal, as he started to talk to Samui, as she tried to refuse because her sensei had told her to stay away from him at all costs, but Naruto was making that rather hard. So with that, as they made their way in the forest of death, as Team 7 faced off against a team from the rain, as Naruto told, Sakura and Sasuke take care of it. Sakura just had to have faith in herself as she demolished one of the rain ninjas. But in her celebration, she got caught off guard as hundreds of Senmon came towards her. She closed her eyes in fear, as she was afraid that she was gonna die. But the next thing she knew, she was sitting in Naruto's lap. She was confused what happened, as she jumped away, but she realized he saved her. As she thanked him, Sasuke demolished the rain ninja, and with that they moved once again, until Naruto was swallowed by a giant snake. The snake brought him out in the forest before puking him out, as the snake seemed to be sorry as Naruto petted the snake on his head. He then flashed away after telling the snake to go back home. As Naruto arrived to see Orochimaru biting on Sasuke's neck, Naruto dropped down and knocked Sakura out as he placed her down. He looked towards Orochimaru as Orochimaru smiled and asked him, when will he be coming home? As Naruto told him that he would not, but Orochimaru chuckled. After all, he had something in his possession that Naruto cared about. It turns out that Naruto was the one that wiped away the hidden grass ninjas, most of them to be exact. It was something that happened to the person that he cared about while in her past. As Orochimaru told Naruto that he would be destroying Konoha, and he should not interfere. With that, he bid his goodbye for now, as he would see him very soon. With that out of the way, as Naruto saw the unconscious Sakura and Sasuke, as Naruto came across his own team, as Zaku seemed to have forgotten his place, as Naruto put him in his place before turning towards Kin, As he said to Hirzo when he first got here, things in the zone and things in Konoha are a lot different, as that was made very clear as Kin didn't mind going with him to help Naruto release some stress. When they came back hours later, Sakura awoke and she saw Naruto talking to the sound team as she was confused. Did he know them? As Sakura watched as Naruto came in, she felt chakra rushing through her body to forcefully wake her up. Even though Naruto knew that she was there, he just wanted to see if she would ask. As Naruto placed a evil containment sealing wave over Sasuke's mark to suppress it for now, as he told Sakura that he had to move. So yeah guys, that's basically as we left off. You guys can switch across the blade sector for yourself so you see me in this new episode. Congratulations for making this far. The voice of Harrison came out as he looked down towards the future Chunins. As he started to examine each of them. Before giving a speech, the first group his eyes landed on was a team that came from the Hidden Stone. It was rather surprising to see a team from the stone here. Usually, Onki doesn't send a team here, not to mention one with his granddaughter on it. As far as he knew, Naruto and her hasn't interacted yet, and that was a good thing. The girl was said to have a brash attitude, and not because Naruto was Hinata's son, but his personality overall, and him being who he was. But that was gonna just be worse on his case. Harrison was sure by now that the news about Naruto heritage had spread, but he wasn't sure if the major villages knew exactly who Naruto was. If they did not, that was a good thing. Well, these ninjas have been here for quite some time now, and the rumors were in the village, so it wasn't a secret or anything. His eyes fell on Naruto's group, as Sasuke had his colors up, but Harrison brushed past that. Orochimaru was said to be within Konoha walls. The only team from the grass that came here was dead. With her face peeled off, Uncle was sure that it was Orochimaru, but when she went in the forest of death, she couldn't find him anywhere. So Harrison wasn't so sure what was going on. As he spoke and finished his speech, he handed the reins over to Hayate. As he watched, as a silver-haired boy left, after Hayate asked if anyone would like to give up right here. As Hayate moved on to the board. Meanwhile, down in the audience, as Naruto stood there, as he saw Kabuto had left, he seemed to have served his purpose. As Naruto was itching to kill him, he was tired of that four-eyed freak. The next time he get him alone, he was as good as dead. As Naruto looked up towards the board, the first two names was Samui of the cloud and Kiba. As Naruto glanced towards Sasuke, Sasuke didn't want to tell anyone about the curse mark until the exam was over. He was afraid that it would get him disqualified somehow, or that the Hokage would want to put him under surveillance because of who marked him. As far as Sasuke knew, Naruto did something to it, and it was not influencing him at all. So with that out of the way, the remaining groups made their way up, but Naruto paused as he looked towards Samui. What she said, as he stood in front of her. Good luck, he told her. Kiba blinked at that. What? You're wishing another team good luck? As Naruto turned towards Kiba. When you have a round cute face, a nice sizable butt, and a good set of chest on you, then I'll wish you good luck. But we are both Konoha ninjas, said Naruto. Oh, and yeah, you do have a sister, right? Yeah, said Kiba. Her name is Hana, right? How do you know that? Friends with a friend of hers. Say, what's her schedule like? Why do you want to know that? Don't worry, I'll find out myself, said Naruto. After all, I like the chase. So for now, all I can wish you is try not to lose, said Naruto. She's rather strong. Kiba scoffed as he placed down Akamaru. Just get out of here, he said. As Samui watched him leave, she didn't know what was up with him, but he was just so open and abrasive. He said what was ever on his mind. In some parts she found that cool because he did not hold back and he didn't have a filter, but her sensei had warned her to stay away from him. Her eyes instantly caught on with her sensei's. As Yujito was see where she had been looking, she gave her a disapproving look. As Naruto made his way up, Yujito placed with a foot stopping him. As Naruto looked towards her, "Oh hi there, Nico-chan," he said. As Naruto smiled, "Do not call me that," she said. "Stay away from my Jenny." Huh? Who? You know exactly who I'm talking about. Really? Oh, you mean Samui? How do you even know her name? She wouldn't have told it to you. Guess I'm just smart. And I'm good at listening, said Naruto. You still haven't forgiven me, huh? You really think I would forgive you, she asks. Well, by now, yes, said Naruto. Well, don't hold your breath. You can go. You know, you're really hurting my heart treating me like this. Well, I hope you die, she said, in a sweet tone. Whoa, dark, said Naruto. Well, see you later, as he walked past her. She growled at how jolly he could be despite everything that was going on. He knew that once they got alone she was going to try to kill him, right? Soon enough he would betray this village, as he always did in the past, and she would hunt him down herself, to make him pay for the humiliation that she had to suffer. As Naruto paused, as he turned his head toward this group of the stone ninjas, their sensei was a rather tall man. As he looked towards Naruto with a rather heated glare, he had a slash across his face that had healed over, running from his cheek going up towards his right ear. There was a rather fat guy on the team. He was large, big bones. The other one was medium-sized fat. And he was wearing some glasses. A strange small gort on his back. It wasn't as big as Gaara's. As Naruto stepped closer, he heard buzzing. Bees. And the final one. What are you looking at? The voice of Kurosaki came out. Beat it. Kano has come, she said. Kano has come. You know, disrespecting me in my own village. That can get you hurt. Instead of backing down, a smile came on her face. A rather challenging smile. Oh, is that so? She clenched her fists. Well then, scum. Anytime you're ready, bring your friends as well. I'll be ready to throw down. Kurosaki. She glanced back towards her sensei. As she shrugged, he started it, she said. Oh, sorry, said Naruto. I forgot to introduce myself. The name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, he said. His tone was not low or in a whisper. The sensei's eyes became narrowed. Namikaze? Yes, it's exactly what it means. You see, I am the son of Minato Namikaze, the Yellow Flash. I guess there's supposed to be some tension, said Naruto, given that my father slaughtered thousands of your ninjas back in the Third War. The man's hand started to twitch violently. This little shit father killed his father when he was younger. As the man's hand was twitching, as Naruto noticed that, the further pissed the man off. Naruto smiled, as the man's hand seemed to be moving towards the kunai holster. It was then that Kurosaki stepped in front of Naruto. She got rather close. You know, it's brave of you to say something like that, especially in front of us. Are you looking to die, she said, painting a target on your head like that. Oh, I'm just kind of bored, said Naruto. So I figure I'll start up some fun by introducing myself. And you see, I don't actually fear you people. After all, if my father was able to kill so much of you garbage ninjas, then I doubt that you can lay a finger on me. That's enough, you can go now, the large guy beside him said, as Naruto looked towards him. Hey, come on, fatso, said Naruto, I was just talking. Akizuki's eyes snapped at that. Before Naruto could retort or say anything else, a hand grabbed him. Sorry about my little Jenny in here. Naruto, let's go, shall we? As Kakashi pulled Naruto along. Hey, what's the big deal? Are you stupid, said Kakashi. Do you know what you're doing? What? I was merely introducing myself. They were the ones that got hostile. You know the events that lead up to them hating Konoha, and yet you had to go and do that. Well, the rumors about me were gonna spread anyway, said Naruto. So I thought I would just speed along. And why would you want to do that, Kakashi asked. Bored, said Naruto. You did it because you were bored. Pretty much. What were you doing? As Naruto turned to see Kurenai also standing there. As Kakashi raised the eyebrow at that, her intervening with this. You just given them more of a reason to hate you than just being a Konoha ninja. It was not a secret that his father was Minato. Almost everyone knew that. And he's used that trick to get with many ladies. After all, Naruto, had hooked up with some high-class nobles, with his status of being Minato's son. If it wasn't for his charms and good looks, he would be in a lot of shit right now. But somehow he was able to charm himself out of almost any situation. Well, the secret was gonna come out soon, Nai-chan. Kakashi raised an eyebrow at the nickname. That didn't mean you have to tell them, said Kurenai. As Kakashi saw Osama looking over. As Osama was still wearing that face mask. As the man frowned as he looked towards Naruto. Alright, I'm sorry, Nai-chan, I made a mistake. Just please don't be angry at me. You know I can't take it when you're angry at me, said Naruto. She sighed. Fine, she said. Just don't make any more of your stupid mistakes. As she saw Kakashi looking at her, she turned her head towards him. When did you two get so close? We've been working on Genjutsu projects together. And we became friends, she said. Nothing more. As Kakashi was surprised, he didn't ask her if they were more than friends, as she added that so quickly. It was then that they heard a howl of pain, as the group looked down to see Kiba out cold, along with a wounded Akamaru, trying to wake his partner up. As Naruto blinked, we missed it? As Kurenai's eye twitched. Because of you, she said, as Naruto scratched the back of his head. Sorry about that, he said. The board went through name once again as Naruto sat down when he saw Shino versus Zaku. Naruto leaned up against the wall. What are you doing, said Sakura. Wake me up when there's an interesting fight, said Naruto, as he closed his eyes. As he was pretending to sleep, or if he was really asleep, several fights passed, until Naruto heard the name Sasuke Uchiha. He cracked the eye open and looked towards who he was fighting, as it was Amoy, from the cloud. Try not to get your ass kicked. Sasuke scoffed, as if he said, as he made his way down. As Kakashi noticed that Sasuke's collar was up. Never has he ever seen Sasuke wear his collar like that. Sakura, is everything okay with Sasuke? He asked. Yeah, of course, she said. Why do you ask? Sakura, I'm your sensei, and if there's anything going on, you should tell me. Alright. As the both of them turned towards Naruto. What is it? Said Kakashi. Well, we were quite lonely in the forest, and so was Sakura. So we took turns pleasuring her. She doing the same for us. Sakura's face turned beet red. What? She shouted, as everyone turned their attention towards her. Tell him you're lying, she said, as she glared at Naruto, as Naruto simply chuckled. The fight down below started. Well, it's already started, said Naruto. You see, Orochimaru kinda bit Sasuke in the neck, and now he has a curse mark. But there's not much that you can do about it right now. Kakashi looked towards Naruto. He did what? As Sasuke jumped away from Amoy. Amoy narrowed his eyes as he sighed. Sorry man, he said, but I gotta make a good showing. As he unsheathed his blade. Sasuke's eyes activated, two totems swirling. As he wasn't about to waste time, he wanted to fight the top dogs. The dangerous people, not these weaklings. Sasuke moved as he clashed with Amoy. Kunai clashing against blade. It went on for a while, neither of them able to get past each other's defense. As Sasuke kicked up a bit as he started using ninjutsu, the arena got scorched and burned as both men clashed against each other, until Amoy made a fatal mistake by looking Sasuke in the eye. And he found his hand melting, his legs melting away, to reveal bone. The next thing he knew, a kunai was pressed up against his throat. Give up, or die, said Sasuke. Amoy knew when he was best as he raised his hand, as he gave up. He made his way up towards his team, not too bad to go to the hospital. I told you, to not look the Sharingan in the eyes. As he looked up toward the Sensei Yujito. Sorry about that, Sensei. It seems I forgot. He was whacked over the head. Oh, you're just a damn fool, said Karu. Ow. Flat-chested girls really hit hard. He looked up towards Karu's murderous glare. What did you just say? As she proceeded to beat the living crap out of him. Sasuke made his way back up calmly the moment he did. Kakashi grabbed his collar and pulled it down. Sasuke frowned as he realized that Kakashi knew. Harrison locked eyes with Kakashi as he saw Kakashi examining Sasuke. Kakashi shook his head, gesturing that there was something bad. But Naruto shook his head. All fine, he muttered the words. Hiruzen was confused. Kakashi then noticed that there was a seal placed on top of the seal. As he turned towards Naruto, "Did you do this?" "Yep, that is why I told you it was all fine. Look, we'll discuss this after the exams. This is not a proper place to talk about it, right?" "I guess you're right. But I'm very disappointed in you guys keeping this crucial information away from me. I could understand Naruto and Sasuke drive to fight, but you, Sakura, I thought you would have told me." Sakura looked down, feeling a bit ashamed. "Well, we forced her not to say anything," said Naruto. "And come on, she's kind of a pushover." "What?" "I'm not," she said. "Oh, really?" "Stand there and act like a fool," said Naruto. Sakura tried to move around to do something, but as Naruto laughed, "See what I mean?" as she glared at him. At least that released her attention. As Naruto then came back as he waited. The next match was Hinata versus Neji. "You go, Hinata," Naruto shouted. "Kick his ass!" As everyone turned towards him, not just kick it, knock it all over the field. A small blush came on Hinata's face as she remembered, in the academy, when he would sit down beside her and hold her hands, for no particular reason. He would just come over and hold her hands. Neji scoffed. Such insolence. He was whacked over the head, as Neji saw a piece of stone and hit him, as he turned. As he saw Naruto whistling a jaunty tune, Neji glared at Naruto, but he focused back on Hinata, who giggled a bit, as she quickly erased it. Neji scoffed. "It will be in your best interest to give up right now, before you get hurt. Don't listen to him, Hinata. He's just afraid of how awesome you are. I mean, only a coward tells someone to give up because he don't want to fight them." As Naruto's words seemed to help Hinata a lot. "I'm sorry, but I can't give up," she said. "I have to fight." "I warn you," said Neji as he dropped into his stance. The proctor gave them the go-ahead. The match started out brutal as the two of them clashed violently. But what Hinata didn't know was that Neji was closing her points. When he activated his Byakugan, things became worse. As he assaulted her, she stood no chance. But Hinata was not giving up. As she glanced back up towards Naruto. "You did your best," said Naruto. As she panted, blood ran down from her lips. She always wanted to be strong. The confidence that he had, it drove her. As she looked up towards Neji, even though she was weak, her hands came up. Neji's eyes turned murderous. Fine then. As he rushed towards her, with the intent to kill. Hinata's hands lost the power right there and then. Her body was too weak to go on. As Neji was definitely going to kill her. The Jonins noticed that. Before they could move though. Well, they moved, but someone beat them to it. As Neji found his wrist grabbed. Everyone was surprised. Kakashi, Kurna, and the others turned. They made it, but someone made it before them. As Naruto turned Neji hand over, causing him a bit of pain. Everyone was surprised. Sakura looked beside her as Naruto was gone. When did he... As Naruto shook his head. "Quite the shame on you, Neji," said Naruto. "I mean, look at her. She's already beaten and defeated. Not to mention she's a sweet, kind girl. How can you do that to your own cousin?" "I'm disappointed." "Release me," said Neji. "You have nothing to do with this. Butt out." "Well, I'm making it my business," said Naruto. "In this village, Hinata's one of the sweetest girls I know. And it's a shame to see how you treat her. Dealing with her like she's a piece of training post. I'm disappointed, Neji. From the moment I met you, I always knew that you were a jackass, but now, you're just a sack of shit." Neji's other palm thrust forward. He had enough of the insults. Naruto thrust his own palm forward as the two attacks collided. A brief shockwave happened. As Neji was shot, then Naruto cancelled his technique. His Byakugan focused on Naruto's hand, and Neji saw something he never saw before. Neji then scanned Naruto as he instantly jumped away from Naruto. As Neji rubbed his eyes to see if he was seeing things, but then it vanished. "What was that?" "What are you?" said Neji. "Oh, I guess you caught me lacking," said Naruto. "Well, don't worry. You won't caught me like that again. You saw a bit too much. Guess I'll have to rip out your eyes." As Naruto stepped forward, Neji frowned. Kakashi stepped in front of Naruto as Hinata was taken away as Kurana went after her. You're joking, right? Said Kakashi. About what? Said Naruto, taking his eyes. No, actually I'm not. What did he see? Asked Kakashi. Well, suppose I can live with his eyes for this one, said Naruto. You're lucky, Neji, said Naruto. If it was anyone else, would have taken their eyes. But I guess you're lucky today. As Naruto made his way up the stadium, ignoring everyone that looked at him, as people wondered if he was serious. But for once they didn't see any smile in his face. He was just merely stating a fact. As for Neji, his body seemed to be trembling. As he made his way back to the podium, Lee reached out to touch him as Neji jumped. He seemed to be a bit startled. Calm down, Neji, said Lee. It's me. As Neji focused towards Lee, his eyes then settled as he glanced over towards Naruto. What the hell did he just saw? Neji wasn't sure. It was like a pit, an abyss of darkness. It wasn't even chakra anymore, was it? So much melt together, corruption, straight in a pit of darkness that seemed to chill everything around him. His eyes caught sight of it. Neji had felt his old body freeze up, but it was then gone in an instant. He knew that he would look, as Naruto did to scare him. And then he went, like he was gonna take his eyes. But there was no joking to his tone. Or did he let it slip by accident? Neji wasn't sure, but he didn't know what that was. But it chilled his whole body. He had to settle himself. This was unbecoming of him. As Guy saw Neji settling down as he glanced towards Naruto, he wondered what did Neji saw. As Harrison looked down towards Kakashi, who made his way back up. The next battle was Lee versus Karu. This match didn't last too long. Her specialty really didn't help her here. Lee was just a powerhouse, as he completely defeated her. She didn't stand a chance. So Kumono had two teams going into the match. The remaining matches went off. Ahisaki defeated Choji. Hibachi, the other member of the Stone team, also won, against one of Kabuto's teammates. As Naruto was bored as he sat down, the matches really weren't that interesting, as he wondered when was it going to be his turn. Sakura's name was called as she faced off against Kurosaki. Sakura did not stand a chance. Despite her improvements, she was taken out rather quickly. Kurosaki was strong. She didn't even seem to be Genin level. Chunin or higher, but definitely not Genin, as Sakura was sent to the hospital, as she was knocked out cold, but nothing that would scar her personally. Kurosaki simply scoffed. Pathetic, she said. The girl had a lot of pride and elegance as she moved, like these Konoha ninjas were beneath her. As the two final people that left standing was Naruto versus Gaara. As Naruto calmly made his way down there. Well, he was cute, said Tamari. As Kankuro shook his head. Doesn't matter now. He's dead. As Kankuro saw the look on Gaara's face, that look came when he wanted to kill someone. And when Gaara put his work into killing someone, there was no one that can stop him. No one has ever been able to defeat Gaara before. Well, and no one can. And they knew that. They just hoped that things did not escalate. Although the blonde seemed a bit stronger than most Genins, but still, he will fall to Gaara as many others did. The proctor asked him if they were ready, as they nodded. Begin. Uzumaki. As Gaara looked at Naruto head to toe. I've been waiting for this. You and me. 1-on-1. Hey, said Naruto. I don't swing that way. Gaara looked confused at his question. Huh, you're stupid, said Naruto, as Gaara's eye twitched. What? Well, seeing that you don't understand certain things I say, well, to me you're stupid. As Gaara chuckled. You find it funny, said Naruto. No. I'm imagining feeding your blood to mother. Hey, Kurama, said Naruto. This whole mother thing. Yes, it's Shikaku. So he's like a transvestite Miju or something like that? Kurama sighed. Shikaku is known for turning his Container's crazy. I don't know why he's doing this. But stop bothering me. Come on, you're always sleeping, said Naruto. Can't we have a fun talk, friend to friend? Who said I was your friend? Come on, said Naruto, we're old buddies. As Naruto had to dodge as a wave of sand almost squashed him. Hey, that's not nice. As Gaara chuckled, I'm not here to be nice. Now stand still and die, Uzumaki. As several sand tentacles rushed towards Naruto. Naruto sighed as he stood there, as they all came batting down, destroying the area that he was. Huh, so that's all he was, said Samui. Just a big talker. She was shocked that he was defeated so easily. He's not down yet, said Yujito. But Sensei, he's... Hey, Gaara. Gaara was confused as he heard the voice. It was so close. As Naruto was right behind him, Gaara stepped back completely shocked. His sanding reacted when Gaara's eyes landed on him as he tried to grab him, but Naruto jumped away. How? Even up in his stance. That's not possible. Baki Sensei, how did he get past Gaara's defense? How did he... Temari, Kankuro, close your eyes. Huh? They said confused. Just do it. They did as they were told. What do you feel? We feel Gaara fighting. Who? The both of them opened their eyes. Why can't we sense him? Baki had a concerned look on his face. Something was wrong here. Without visibly looking at the boy, you cannot sense him. The moment the match started, Baki noticed that. It seemed that the others started to notice as well. So your sand reacts on a whim, said Naruto, as he looked at the sand that was coming towards him. Interesting. So if it doesn't know that anything is there, it won't do anything, said Naruto. That's a rather interesting thought. How are you doing this, said Gaara. As he snarled, it doesn't matter. I will crush you to oblivion as he slammed his hand together. The sand reached out. Sand burial, he said. As the thing came out like a tsunami to squash Naruto underneath it, it actually enveloped him and crushed him down to the ground. The sand compressed as it broke the ground. As Gaara laughed. I hope you enjoy the taste of his blood, mother, he said. As Naruto ripped his hand out of the sand. As he dusted himself off, his skin was metallic. Almost seemed like steel. You know, when sand reaches a couple of places, it's rather hard to get rid of. That's annoying. Apologize. Gaara blinked. I said apologize. Gaara spat. I won't apologize to you, he said in anger. As Naruto stepped forward before he blurred out of sight. A harsh slap went across Gaara's face. As Naruto stood in front of him. The next time I inform you to do something, I expect you to apologize. After all, it's a courtesy. Gaara was taken aback. His sand lashed out wildly, forcing several Jennings to move as it destroyed the upper podium, pelleting it with sand bullets. Whoa, getting a bit crazy, huh? You, said Gaara, as his hand was scraping at the ground, as Naruto saw the sand formed in his hand to create a massive demonic hand, as Gaara's body leaned over because of the new weight added on him. This is bad, said Temari. As she looked towards Naruto was rather calm. He wasn't afraid. As Naruto smiled looking towards Gaara here. You're here, calm me down, Gaara. Although it's not the same thing, but still. Same color, said Naruto. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to hurt you, Gaara. You see... Well, can't tell you that. Given that Gaara was a part of Orochimaru's plan, Naruto figured that he would work out some of his anger on Gaara. After all, he was a Jinjul, he could take it, right? And it's been a while since he actually put in a bit of effort into anything. After all, this was a spectacle. Everyone was here to watch him throw down. He might as well give them a show. He turned towards Samui and winked. As he then focused back on Gaara. It was then a heat started racing through the area. Kakashi and the others started to sweat. Sasuke wiped his brow. Is this Naruto? As all of them focused on him. He's hot, Uncle said. Really, really hot. As the temperature was raising to the point where Harrison was starting to sweat. It started to get more and more intense as steam started to rise off the floor. Gaara's sand then shot forward, but before it could reach Naruto, it crystallized into glass. As Naruto's body was releasing so much chakra, by this point a normal Jonin would have been on his knees. But yet Naruto kept on releasing such quantity that was releasing at fire rate. He was speeding his chakra up into a boiling rate, as Gaara's sand was being instantly turned into glass. The more closer Naruto got, Gaara found himself unable to use his sand. As he found everything crystallized as he stepped back, Gaara started to move away, but Naruto appeared in front of him and slugged a fist into his face. Gaara's entire face crystallized as Gaara broke the sand off as he entered out of his shell. Gaara stepped away from Naruto. As he raised his hand, several sand bullets came towards Naruto, who batted them away. "I'm like a walking sun, my man," said Naruto. "Come, give me a hug." "Stay away from me," said Gaara, as he raised sand from the earth and sent it towards Naruto, who petrified it. Before Naruto released the fire, most thought that he was running low on chakra, but that was not the case. As Naruto waved his hand, the air got moist. Everyone watching in complete awe, as Naruto did something that was not seen since the second Hokage, as he pulled the moisture from the surrounding forest. As the window in the tower broke, as a stream of water rushed in and slammed into Gaara viciously, he crashed into the wall. As his gourd broke and turned into sand, Gaara picked himself up looking quite fragile. His entire body soaked in his sand, also wet, as Naruto appeared in front of him and grabbed him by the throat. As Naruto picked him off the ground, "Without your sand, you're pretty much pathetic." As Naruto threw him, Gaara crashed on the ground. Gaara reached as he touched the sand on the ground. As he threw it towards Naruto, it turned to sand bullets that it ripped right into Naruto's chest. As Naruto looked down, everyone was shocked when they could see through Naruto through the holes that the sand bullets created. As Naruto's body reformed, like it was nothing. It was damp and wet like its body was made from water. "Nice shot," said Naruto. "Now I can have my fun." Before Gaara could blink, his nose was shattered, causing him to cry out in pain as he was unused to feeling pain like this. Temari and Conqueror were shocked as Naruto boot completely squashed Gaara's nose. Gaara was thrown back like a missile. Boom! He slammed into the stadium wall. Gaara picked himself up as he reached out his hand as blood dropped right on his palm. "Blood? My blood?" Gaara released a blood-curdling scream that frightened most of the Genins. But Naruto was unfazed, but he felt the demonic chakra rising. As Naruto's fingernails extended into a strange material, it was silver, and they were coated with a strange chakra as Neji once again decided to chance fate and activate his Byakugan. As he looked towards the nails that Naruto had produced, Yujito snarled at that technique. As the nails were coated in a strange chakra, Neji could not describe it. He has never seen chakra like this before. Before Gaara could resort to bring out the demon, a hand slammed into his stomach, tearing through flesh. As Gaara looked down towards Naruto's hand, as Naruto ripped it out, Gaara screamed out in pain as he felt something coursing inside of him. Something was wrong as he dropped to his knees. As Naruto kicked him in the side, throwing him away. Before Gaara could hit the wall, Naruto appeared and stomped in his stomach, broking the ground under Gaara. As Naruto picked him up, Naruto flashed through one end of his seals, wing style, Gale Palm. He placed his hand on Gaara's stomach. Gaara cried out in pain as a shockwave threw him, his skin being ripped. He crashed into the wall of bloody mess. As Naruto reappeared beside him and grabbed his face, Naruto broke Gaara's head through the wall before pulling him down, slamming Gaara's face first in the ground. He picked Gaara up by his shirt as Gaara was barely able to focus right now. As Naruto tossed him, Gaara crashed into the wall. Hayate realized that Gaara was not in a state to fight anymore, as he flashed down there. "That's enough." Gaara coughed up a strange, iron liquid as his face collapsed forward, unconscious. Bucky instantly worried as he realized what was going to happen, but to him and Timar and Conqueror's shock, Gaara did not transform. He was just unconscious out cold. But Neji saw what happened though. Whatever Naruto pumped into his system, it was messing with his chakra flow, preventing him from doing anything. He was out like a light. Nothing would happen. As Naruto looked down towards Gaara, seems I went a bit overboard. Well, that was to be expected, said Naruto. I was frustrated, you know, as he looked towards Hayate, who didn't know what the hell he was talking about. A few minutes later, as Naruto wasn't really paying attention to what the old man was saying, but he knew that he was fighting Kurasuke. That was the girl from the stone. That would be interesting if he must say. And there were some other fights, but he didn't really care about those. They had 1 month to train and get better, as they were dismissed. The moment that was done, as Naruto was taken to the office along with Sasuke, Naruto sighed as he stood in front of Hiruzen. So what's the problem now? Your encounter with Orochimaru. Oh, that, said Naruto. I was the one that told him not to say anything. But why? Said Hiruzen as he looked towards Sasuke. This is not something to be taken lightly. Orochimaru is a very dangerous person. Yes, but because of this mark, you would have wanted me out of the exam, said Sasuke as he raised and pulled down his collar. What did you do to it, Naruto? I put a binding seal over it. Wait, can't you remove like how you did with Uncle? Wait, like how he did what? Oh yes, you don't know about this, but Naruto was able to remove Uncle's curse mark. Wait, how? Too complicated to go into right now. But no, I can't remove this one. Why not, Hiruzen said. It's a bit more complex. Well, given that he did the one on Uncle a long time ago, he changed it, and it's a lot different now. I don't even know where to begin. As Hiruzen frowned at that, well, I guess we'll just have to leave it like that until we find a way to remove it. Sasuke, how do you feel? I'm fine, Sasuke said. This is why I wanted to keep myself. Nothing is happening to me. And Naruto sealed it off, I'm fine. Alright. Before you all go, Naruto, Jiraiya is back in town. He wished to train you for the finals. And Kakashi, I presume that you want to train Sasuke. Kakashi nodded. You know, that's rather disrespectful, said Naruto. Oh, Naruto, well you see, you're getting trained from a Sanin, but you're my sensei. Well, you never actually asked for my training before, said Kakashi. Yeah, I guess you're right. Considering I can do this, said Naruto, as he flashed two hand signs. Chidori! Kakashi blinked in shock. So did Sasuke. When did you... I saw you did it before. Let's just say I copied it. But how? Genius, remember? Sasuke shook his head, as he was used to Naruto doing some crazy shit. But he had to say, was Naruto this strong because he was trained by Orochimaru? He didn't know the full extent of Naruto's power, but he was sure that it would be useful to fight Itachi with. And this mark on his neck, Orochimaru gave it to him, saying that it will help him get stronger. Could he really help him? Kakashi, let's go. I don't want to waste any more time. As Naruto disappeared the Chidori. See you guys later, he said. Well, in a month or so. As Naruto sat down in the office, as he sighed. And what's wrong with you, Hiruzen asked. Well, I've been going after the Kumo girl, but she's been plain hard to get. Usually, don't have to work this hard, said Naruto. That's your big concern, not about the upcoming exams. Well, I'm not really worried about them, said Naruto. In fact, secret between me and you, I can actually take all of them on at once and defeat them. That's how good I am. But let's not tell them that. Hiruzen sighed. Did Orochimaru say anything to you, he asked. Not really. He didn't want me to come home though. If it wasn't for your envoys itching near to the forest, he would have tried to take me. But I wouldn't allow him to do that. But he knew that he could not because I would have fought him for real. And if we did fight, you would have been alerted. And he would have been apprehended. I'm not sure that you should be left alone right now. I want you to find Jiraiya as soon as possible. Why is that? You were once under his roof. He's here for a reason. He has marked Sasuke and don't think that Sasuke is the only target. You think he's here for me, said Naruto. As Hiruzen nodded. Don't worry, old man. I told you before. It's gonna be hard pressed for him to get me because he can't just kidnap me that easily like any other genin. So you would know if he's coming after me. So, I'll see you later. Things to do, places to be. As Naruto left, Hiruzen sighed. So much was happening, and he felt like he didn't have a grasp on what was happening. Time skip. Jiraiya was having a wonderful time. The view was amazing. As he's scribbling his note, watching the latest in the bath. The next thing he knew, something hit him out of nowhere. As he found himself dropping right in the hot springs, surrounded by all the ladies. Jiraiya looked up with an apologetic look, but their eyes were murderous. Moments later, Jiraiya was a pile of mess, beaten rather severely. As he heard laughing, as he turned to see Naruto on the ground, holding his side in laughter, as Jiraiya eyed twitch. So the brat was behind this, huh? Jiraiya picked himself up as he was used to the beating. When you could take a punch from Snatty and, well, shrug it off, these normal civilian girls can't really hurt him so bad. That wasn't very nice, he said. What? It was amusing, said Naruto. As Jiraiya picked himself up. Long time no see, Godfather. Yes, I have been gone for a while, said Jiraiya. But I was able to gather some information the moment I got back. And your name is spreading through the village. What have you been up to? Well, having a good time. You mean you threw in non-stop parties? And not to mention almost hitting on all the girls in this village. There's a lot of angry boyfriends and husbands around here that want to kill you, you know? It's not my fault they can't satisfy their girl. If they would be satisfied, they wouldn't even look my way, said Naruto. Well, I am charming. And handsome, he said to himself. As Naruto shrugged, it can't be helped. So, you've been gone for a couple months now. Almost to a year. What have you been up to? Did you find any information? Sadly, not much, said Jiraiya. But I heard that the snake was here in the Forest of Death. Yes, said Naruto. He pretended to be a grass ninja. He marked Sasuke with one of his seals. But I'm unable to touch this one. It's rather complex and different. Well, after years, I'm sure that you'll be able to upgrade it, said Naruto. But I doubt that this will be the last time he will show his face. So how about you stick around, so next time he shows his face, you can kill him. And I can even help. Well, that's a good plan, said Jiraiya. He's bound to strike once again. And we believe that he's coming after you. We? I've already talked to the old man, said Jiraiya. We don't believe that Sasuke was his only target. So, watch yourself. I've already told the old man, said Naruto. It's gonna be hard for him to capture me. Because, if we were to fight, I'll just release the Kyuubi's chakra. And then you can find me. That's a good idea, said Jiraiya. Just don't do anything unnecessary that might endanger Konoha. Don't worry, you're fine, said Naruto. So I heard that you took on Gaara from the sand. The kid was said to be untouchable with his sand. But you defeated him, quite easily if I must say. Well, I know his weaknesses. His sand crystallizes when it reaches a certain temperature. Not to mention, his sand is weak against water. And I have all elements, so yeah. Not to mention I'm incredibly strong. As Naruto's nails then extended, I also have this poison. As strong as a Biju chakra might be, well, the one tail is a lot weaker, but my poison is able to completely mess with his system, forcing his chakra network and his Biju chakra to recede, so he wouldn't be transforming. Well, I guess you have all of his weakness, huh, said Jiraiya. Well, pretty much, said Naruto. But I'm gonna be fighting a girl from the stone next. Yeah, I heard about that. And your little chat with them. Why did you have to go and do that? They would have found out sooner or later, said Naruto. So I felt I might have well speed up the process. I also want to see if Tishikage would come to Konoha to watch his granddaughter fight. She gave me this look when she was leaving, as if she was gonna kick my ass. Well, when they don't know, said Naruto. So, you plan to humiliate her in front of her grandfather, said Jiraiya. You know, that's a very bad idea. The Tishikages are rather pretentious men, starting wars and conflicts over the simplest things. Oh, I doubt he would want to start a war, said Naruto. After all, if I end up pulling out this, as Naruto pulled out a 3-pronged kunai, Jiraiya froze. Wait, do you? A surprise, said Naruto. Come on, kid, Do you really know how to pull off that move, Jiraiya asked. I didn't even come close to successfully pull it off, even after all these years. As Naruto placed back the kunai, I told you, it's a secret. Jiraiya sighed, so what have you been up to? Other than tricking daimyos and high-power head figures that you'd marry their daughter so that you would get to have some fun time with them. Oh, you heard about that? Yes, I did, said Jiraiya. You're quite the troublemaker, aren't you? Well, kind of, said Naruto. So I heard that you're here to train me for the exams. Jiraiya nodded. Well, no need, said Naruto. Let's just go have some fun. What, said Jiraiya. I'm already strong enough, said Naruto. There's no need to train me. Kid, Naruto shrugged him off. Don't worry. I said I'm fine. Besides, Gaara was stronger than most of them there, and I won't have to worry about the granddaughter of Chichikage. She might boast, but I'll just step on her throat. You don't actually mean that, do you? Said Jiraiya. We would like not to start a conflict with the Hidden Stone. If you accidentally end up killing his granddaughter, it would be bad. Oh, I won't kill her, said Naruto. But I'll remind her that I'm not someone to be messed with. After all, the whole world must learn to fear the name Naruto Uzumaki. Jiraiya shook his head as Naruto made a triumphant pose. It's not like that, Jiraiya said, as he then made his own pose. Huh, you think you can outpose me, said Naruto. Kid, I created posing, said Jiraiya, as Naruto laughed in your dreams. Now come on, said Naruto. There's this girl I'm trying to avoid. Why, said Jiraiya. Certain reasons, said Naruto, as the both of them made their way off. But guys, the end subs right here. If you want to see the next person, do like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on the bell notifications they posted. But I'm off for now. See you guys soon. Peace.